Playhouse presents Dick Powell, Charles Boyer, David Niven, Ida Lupino.
This is a surprise. What are you doing here?
Well, that's a fine attitude. Can't a bride visit her husband's office without a written invitation?
A bride?
Well, of course. After all, we've only been married 11 months and 1 week. And the book says that a girl is presumed to be a bride until the end of the first year. And she's to be treated as such.
Well, you've come to the right place.
No, honey, the real reason I dropped by was I went out to the house this morning. And everything looked so wonderful, I couldn't wait to tell you that... Hey, you're not listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying?
I was talking about the house, honey. I took a drive out there this morning.
Oh, you have to forgive me, Jill. I
thought maybe we might go to lunch together.
Well, I'm kind of snowed under here.
And maybe do a little shopping. I want you to look at some lamps for the study.
I'm sorry, dear. I have a luncheon engagement.
And why'd you act this way every time I mention the house?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you never want to talk about it. You won't even drive out there with me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Honey, you were so enthusiastic about the house. Ever since they started building, I don't know, you've just acted so strangely.
Well, I haven't meant to, Jill.
Are you sorry you married me?
Oh, no, of course not.
I know it was my idea. I did the proposing, really, but... Darling, I was so sure then that I could make you happy, and now I'm not.
Well, it's just that I've been working very hard, putting in a lot of long hours, and look, of course I'm interested in the house. I love you very, very much. Now, what do you say we stop all this nonsense and go and have some lunch, huh?
Lunch? I thought you said you had an appointment.
I just canceled it. Come on.
Oh, all right.
And you want to know something else?
What?
I might just be in the mood to do a little shopping. You must be kidding. This place looks like a rummage sale.
Now, you just wait until you get inside. They've got the most beautiful things you've ever seen. Real antiques.
Could you possibly want in this place, huh?
Oh, here they are, darling. Aren't they beautiful?
What are they?
Lamps. Don't you like them?
You mean you dragged me the whole way down here just to look at a couple of tin lamps?
Brass, darling, for your study.
They look like tin to me.
You don't like them?
Oh, of course I do. I love them.
You really think they'll be all right, huh?
Oh, sure. They'll be perfect.
Sorry to keep you folks waiting.
Oh, hello.
What can I do for you?
I was here earlier looking at this lamp.
Oh, fine pieces, both of them.
Yes, we'd like to buy them.
Interesting story how I come by these two.
I'm afraid we don't have time for their history right now. Could you give us their price?
Price? Yes. Well, I'd say about $40 for the both.
Mm-hmm. Well, seems fair enough.
Oh, good. I'll have to give you a check.
Check's fine, ma'am. Right over here.
Thank you.
Something you like there?
No, nothing.
Oh, here, this maybe.
No,
And I'll cut it out for you. There you are.
Find something interesting?
Just killing time. You finished?
Oh, just about.
Would you give me an address on that, ma'am?
Oh, yes. It's 2412 Fifth Avenue. Mrs. Arnold Spears.
Mrs. Arnold Spears. I'll see that they're delivered this afternoon, Mrs. Spears.
Fine. Anytime after 5 will do. You through, honey?
Yes.
Huh?
Let's go.
Thank you,
Bye.
folks. Come in again.
I'm so glad you like them, honey. I was really afraid you might think they were a little too old-fashioned. Well, now, where should we go for lunch?
Joe, would you mind terribly if I took a rain check on lunch?
Oh.
Well, I didn't realize this was going to take so long, and I do have a business appointment, and if I hurry, are you sure you won't mind?
Well, of course I won't mind, honey. Can I drop you someplace?
Well, no, I'm going to go in the other direction. I'll catch a cab.
Well, you sure I wouldn't mind
No,
at all?
positive. Cab will be quicker. You go ahead, run along on home. I'll see you
All
later.
right. Be home for dinner?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Forget something?
I'd like to take another look at that ring.
Oh, I see. I thought you seemed to be mighty interested. Nice ring. Hard to move stuff like this, so most people want the initials to be the same. You happen to know anybody with the initials DJS?
I did. How long have you had this ring?
Oh, hard to say. 6, 8 years maybe.
Where'd you get it?
Might have come with the place. Most everything else here did. All in the bargain when I bought the shop.
Would you have any record of it?
No, I don't keep records more than 5 years back. Clutters up the place too much.
You wouldn't remember the person who brought this in.
No, I don't think so.
You ever seen that woman?
Very pretty.
You ever seen her before?
It's hard to say. So many people coming in and out all the time. Hard to say. Tell you who might remember.
Who's that?
Fellow that owned this place before I got it. This used to be a pawn shop. Name's Tandowski. Moved over on 3rd Avenue, I think, but say, that was a long time ago.
Tandowski. Where on 3rd Avenue?
Let me see. I think it was somewhere in the 20s. 23rd, 4th, you know, pawn shop.
Let's try 1947. Most important thing in the world, records. More important than people. People, they come, they go, live, die, get married. You can't trust them. But the record, it don't fool you. Like the poet says, the moving finger writes, once wrote goes off, leaving it there no matter what.
You think it'll be listed?
Like the poet says, all your crying ain't gonna smear it none. Lady's gold ring with emeralds, initial DJS. Gold ring, gold ring.
Did you find something?
March 23rd, 1947. One gold emerald ring with initials, $75 even.
Does it say who pawned it?
Paid to Leon Kramer.
Leon Kramer. What's his address?
731 West 116th Street.
731 West 116th Street. Thanks.
Oh, hello there.
Just thought I'd drop by myself. Had to come out your way anyhow.
Oh, well, won't you come in? Do you want to just put them right over there?
Sure.
That's fine. Thank you so much.
Don't mention it. No trouble at all. Oh, Mr. Spears in?
No, what?
Just wondered how he made out with the ring.
The ring?
Yeah, you know, the one he came back for after you two left. The woman's signet ring with the green stone.
Oh, yes.
Funny the way he wanted to know all about it. Where it came from, who brought it in, and all that. Initials were what interested him most, though.
The initials?
Yes. DJS.
One thing about Leon, Buster, they were all of them pretty.
How long ago did he leave?
Years ago.
How many?
Look, Buster, you a cop or something?
No. I was a friend of his.
Yeah? You don't look like no friend of Leon Kramer's.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah?
Well, he left, let me see, I guess it was about 1950. I think he went to Philadelphia.
What address in Philadelphia?
Now, you can't expect me to remember some address from 5 years ago.
This bring you up to date?
Take me right through to tomorrow.
What is it?
I think I've got it written down someplace. I'll see if I can find it. You wait here, Buster.
Hello, Jill.
You're late.
I'm sorry, I got tied up. Jill, I've got to go away for a few days. Philadelphia on business. In fact, I have to go tonight.
Does it have anything to do with the ring you bought today?
How'd you know about that?
The antique dealer was here with the lamps. He told me about it.
All right. So I bought her a ring.
No, Arnold. Not just a ring. One with her initials on it. DJS, Dorothy Jane Spears.
I gave it to her. I've been trying to find out how it got in that shop.
But why, Arn? Why? She drowned 9 years ago. She's dead.
Is she, Jill? Is she?
But what makes you think just because the ring turns up someplace that she's still alive?
Look, Jill, they never recovered the body. She drowned in Maine, and I want to find out how the ring she was wearing turned up in a pawn shop here in New York City.
She probably wasn't wearing it.
She always wore it.
You can't be sure, honey. You weren't there.
It was pawned by a man named Leon Kramer. He moved to Philadelphia in 1950. I've got to go there and find him.
Why must you know?
Well, what do you expect me to do?
Forget about it.
Forget about it?
Not about Dorothy, honey, about the ring. I don't expect you to forget about Dorothy. She was your wife once, and you loved her, and everything was perfect. I'd never ask you to give up that memory. But, honey, you can't let it become so real for you that it keeps us apart. Remember, Dorothy, cherish her memory, but love me. Why do you think I wanted that house so badly? So that we could be a family, the two of us in our own home. Something that might mean enough to you so that I could stop this competing with a girl that's been dead for 9 years.
I'm sorry, Jill, but I've got to go.
Why? Why is it so important to you? Honey, do you realize what it will mean if you find that she is still alive?
Yes. It'll mean that she left me. Oh, look, try to understand, Jill. I was never completely convinced that she was drowned. That's why it took me so long before remarrying, why I acted so strangely about building the house. It's because the book has never been completely closed on this chapter in my life.
But what about me, Arn? I'm your wife now.
Of course you are. But I loved her, too. You can understand that, can't you?
Yes, I think I do.
Then you must realize why I have to learn the truth. If she's really dead, I've got to find out.
And if she's alive and you find her, what then, Arn?
I don't know.
Dorothy's the past, Arn. I'm the present, and I'd like to be the future. But you can't have them all at once. Will you remember that in Philadelphia?
I'd better pack.
What do you want?
I'd like to see Leon Kramer, please.
So would I.
He lives here?
Sometimes.
Oh, maybe you could tell me where I could find him.
Maybe.
Are you, Mrs. Kramer?
Could be.
Oh, will he be in today?
What do you want to see him for?
I just want to talk to him.
Sometimes he hangs around a bar called Maloney's. It's down the street. E Street. If you find him, tell him I'd like to see him sometime.
Thank you very much. I'll tell him what you said.
Yeah, tell him to drop dead.
I spend most of my life watching other people drink. Here, New York, even had a place in Chicago once. But so help me, I never seen a man able to take so much inside and still stand up and ask for more than Leon Kramer.
Will he be in today?
Oh, he'll be here all right. Tonight's the finals in our bowling tournament. Hey, too bad you weren't here in time to qualify. This Kramer won himself an electric alarm clock last month.
Does he usually come in alone?
Well, sometimes alone, sometimes with a woman. There's usually one with him before the night's over.
Did you ever see him with this woman?
Yeah, I think this is one of them. I don't believe I've seen her around lately, but I'm pretty sure I remember her coming in here.
What time he'll be in today?
Well, the playoffs start at 9.
9, huh?
But this Kramer's never been on time for anything in his life. He'll probably drag in around 9:30.
9:30. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll be back. 612, please.
612, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Spears, I almost forgot. There's a lady waiting for you in your room.
What?
A lady. I took the liberty of letting her in. She said she was your wife.
What'd she look like?
Well, she was about average height, and the hair was of a...
Hello?
What are you doing here?
I'm not sure, really. I just wanted to leave, go someplace. I thought I was going to my sister's in Boston, but when I got to the station, they announced a train for Philadelphia. That seemed to be where I was going all the time. I knew where you'd be staying. The desk clerk let me in.
What you bring these for?
Maybe for the same reason you brought the ring.
I've located this man, Kramer. I'm going to see him at 9:30.
Where is he?
In a bar. A place called Maloney's. The bartender thinks he's seen Dorothy there. I showed him her picture. Jill, what are you doing here?
I'm your wife. Whatever happens to you, I want to be there.
For what?
Maybe to pick up the pieces.
Oh, that's left is knowing. When I get this close, it frightens me. I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to find out.
But Arnold, you got to. It's gone too far now. And Arnold, When you talk to him, I want to be with you. And whatever he has to tell you, you just keep saying to yourself, Jill loves me, Jill loves me. Jill loves you.
I'm scared, baby.
So am I.
It's all in the fingers, gentlemen. The fingers. Well, you might as well all go home now. Only a man with 7 fingers on his right hand can best that score. Oh, come on. Get out of the way and let me have a chance.
That guy's still waiting for you in the booth.
Huh?
Another year of this, I can open my own home appliance shop.
Well, what is it you want from me, mister?
You're Leon Kramer?
That's right.
I'd like to know where you got this ring.
Where I got it.
You pawned at New York City, 1947.
It was a bad year for me. Long time ago. I pawned a lot of things in 1947.
You don't remember?
A long time ago.
Would this help?
Mean a lot to you?
You knew her?
Sorry.
Dorothy Jane Spears?
Dorothy Jane Spears. Looks like a lot of women I might have known. I've known a lot.
Maine. You remember Maine? Along the seacoast, summer of 1946?
I was there.
Doing what?
I was a lobster pot pirate. Can't make much of that. Statute of limitations.
A woman was drowned there. This woman, and she was wearing this ring.
DJS.
Dorothy Jane Spears.
I remember the summers in Maine. I used to go over the beaches after the crowds had gone for the evening. I went over them with a sand strainer, picking up loose change, cigar butts, wristwatches, things. Sometimes I found a ring. DJS. I remember that. I remember trying to picture what DJS would look like. What she did, what she was going to do. I never found out, though. I pawned it with all the other things.
And you just found it?
On the beach.
He found it. He found it on the beach just like I found it in the pawn shop. Come on, let's get out of here. Thanks for the information, Kramer.
Hey, you forgot your ring.
Hey, Maloney, give me another beer.
What do you want? What'd you tell him?
Did you ever notice something about people, Maloney? They try their hardest to find out the thing they want least to know. But in the end, they still believe only what they want to believe.
Who was he?
Her husband?
She wasn't worth it.
I know. He thinks she drowned 9 years ago. Why spoil it for him?
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, she's dead now. Live long enough, you learn everything, Maloney. Never try to pawn the past. Buy beer with it instead. How many is it worth to you?
Everything all right now?
Everything's fine.
Where do we go from here?
We've got a date.
A date?
Yeah, we've got a date to go finish building a house.